Solution.
Paano yun? Tatlong tao.
Ikaw yung combination namin.
And beyond. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon.
Let's rock.
Let's go crazy!
Hello! Welcome to the 12th game of the Top 100 Philippines board games of all time, People's Choice, in that order. Jazzes! Jazzes! So, as a recap, 15, 14, and 13 is done. 7 Wonders, Azul, and Everdell. And now we're gonna talk about game number 12. We're gonna reveal game number 12. Still guesses, strong guesses for you guys. What do you think?
I'm just gonna say this, pero the top 15, 14, and 13 are like out of it. I mean, it's from different angles.
Yeah, that's true. What do you mean? I think they're all pretty light.
I mean, there's solid games to be in your top 15.
Right.
Correct, but there's no theme. I mean,
I don't think there's anything.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, you have your Azul, you have your easy gateway, puzzly game.
I think they're all gateway games to me, actually.
So far,
to me. I would count this as like on the. I would let like non-gamers play this, for example.
Ah, that's true. Okay.
So number 12. What do you think is number 12?
I have this game that we used to play, and then we have this app to calculate the score. I can't remember.
Rumikub.
No. It's like a fantasy game.
Fantasy Realms.
Fantasy Realms. That's my guess.
Okay, Fantasy Realms. That's like the Filipinos too.
12? Are we guessing number 12 right now? Blood Rage.
The thing is, I don't think you guys will ever guess what number 12 is.
Okay.
I think this one is gonna be a surprising game. Congrats to the people who sort of voted this
Upvoted this.
and got
Congrats.
it
Hope you're
all the
happy.
way to number 12 in the list. Hope you're happy.
This better be interesting.
It's 251 points.
Okay.
An average rank among people's list of number 4th on their list.
Whoa.
Okay?
That's high.
21 people voted for this, and there was an average number 4.
So that's why it's number 4, so it has a lot of points.
It has a lot of points because
Is
it
this
tends...
Filipino made?
Huh?
Is this Filipino made?
No. But it tends to be the favorite of people who play this.
Ah, really?
It tends to be the favorite. So it's a bit
not our
lower in
favorite.
terms of
Not our favorite.
voters.
It's not our favorite.
It's not. It's not always about you guys. Okay. And it was 61 the previous time we did this, and it wasn't within the top 100 the other time. So number 12 is Unmatched.
It's
no idea.
it's understandable.
Crazy. Now you're gonna get it. I knew it. I knew the moment this was number 12. I was like, oh wow, this is crazy.
Wow, you guys
Really like this game, right?
really like this game.
So, if you guys aren't aware, Unmatched is usually played as a dueling game.
Correct.
It's like a 1v1 miniatures on a map dueling game, but it's played out with cards also, right? There's
Correct.
card play, there's miniature play.
Reactions.
It also lends itself to being played in a tournament setting.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think a lot of people who voted for this are really, really deep into the meta or the actual playing of this game in the tournament setting.
Yeah, tournament setting. Okay.
So, Unmatched is number 12. What do you think about that?
The amount of unmatched things I've seen in our local group,
That's
Facebook
true.
groups,
They're really
kind of makes this reasonable.
yeah, they're really passionate
now
about this
I know
game.
why it's number 12, and I personally haven't played it.
Yeah,
I have.
we tried playing it.
I read the rule book.
Yeah, we tried playing it.
I've read the rule book and the variety of the characters that you can play.
Yeah,
I think this is what we're going to discuss din naman next.
yeah.
The variety of the different characters that you play through the different expansions. I don't want to even call it expansions.
It's just extra, characters.
Correct.
The thing that I really like seeing Unmatched at number 12 is one of the things I wanted to bring out when I started doing this poll was how different is a Philippine community of board gamers to people in the US, people in Europe, etc. And this is exactly what we want to see, right? These kinds of pockets of communities within our local community
Right.
coming out. So this is obviously coming out that there's a big Unmatched community. So if you're somebody who's curious about this game, who are looking for other players to play with, the Philippines has a lot of people who like Unmatched. And that also shows, I think I always say this, there's a lot of great games out there. It's just, it doesn't matter if you're in the top 10 of BGG or in the top 200 of BGG. They're all good games.
Yeah.
And you just need to find the people who like it the same way as you do. And obviously, Unmatched is one of those here in the Philippines. And I love it. I love seeing it here.
It's 1v1.
It's 1v1. Yeah, it's 1v1. I would like to also introduce this portion of this video wherein we suggest another game that matches the
It's the same vibe.
The same vibe.
Yeah, okay. What's this?
1v1 duel cheaper Magic the Gathering.
It's not cheaper. Excuse me. It's not cheaper.
Definitely not cheaper. Definitely not cheaper.
But I think that's a good, let's use that as, it's always good jumping off point to talk about games by comparing it to other games. Because it's relatable, right? So I think the difference between a Magic and a dueling game like Unmatched is while Magic feels like wide open, you could do so many things with Magic, play so many things with Magic. Unmatched feels a bit more enclosed.
Yeah.
So it feels like if you don't want, but that's like a trap because there's gonna be more and more expansions anyway. Yeah. But it feels like when you get into a game like Unmatched, you can just buy a box and then play it immediately. And then if you like it, buy another box.
It's a card game.
It's
played with cards. That's how you use to attack, move around the board.
Move around the board.
And then,
it's a small play board that you can
imagine if chess was played with cards.
Okay.
So you can have like pieces on the board, and then you're using cards to sort of. This game also reminds me of Summoner Wars. So Summoner Wars is very similar in the sense that it's a card game. There's some tactical considerations of moving around the map, but for a time, actually, just our age is gonna come out. I'm sure you remember this, Ron. Summoner Wars was the two-player dueling game of choice in the Philippines. There was a time when it in its heyday.
Yes.
Right? Around. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. So this Unmatched energy reminds me of that, actually. So you can always just see certain games
where it was a smaller community.
It was also a smaller community, but I'm pretty sure it had the same passion to Unmatched as Summoner Wars. Summoner Wars have sort of fallen by the wayside now. It's not as popular, but I think it's the same passion, not passion, the same kilite, the same vibe, right? And I think we didn't mention this in the entire thing, the entire time. Unmatched, the theme is, it's all different IPs. So it's all like Jurassic Park versus Marvel. So you get to play Raptors versus Jubilee. I don't know if there's a Jubilee character. Something like that.
Like play Bruce
Sherlock
Lee
Holmes versus Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Like
Correct.
Medusa. Versus
Correct.
Something like that.
Correct. I think that appeals to people.
Yeah.
Unmatched. Number 12.
Who's that Pokemon?
Give a clue of what number 11 is.
I'm gonna give an easy one.
Don't give an easy one.
Norse mythology, no. There's a lot of games that are Norse mythology.
Bleep ko to, bleep.
Norse mythology.
What's your clue?
Miniatures.
Wow. Bakit hindi pang-apat na miniatures? Bakit tatlo lang?
Tatlo tayo eh.
Genius.
Genius. It's I'm not gonna give a very obvious clue. I'm just gonna say, guys, it's not one word.
Worst clue ever.
Because so many people, not so many, but some people, when they were voting, I had to manually correct their vote.
Alright.
They wrote this as one word.
Now that it has context, that makes sense. Okay.
Yes, no, it's not just because of that. It's because, guys, when you find out this game, remember, it's 2 words.
Check BGG input.
Check BGG input.
Entry.
Thank you. See you. That.
Ever know.
All right. Good.
Okay.
You can pin a like and subscribe.